Welcome back to Cantina Talk. I am here with Jared Wookie Chest Hair Holsizer.
I'm here with Ryan Starlack Shaw.
Ryan Sarlacc Shaw, I like that. Okay, alright, so we're going to jump right into this week's news. Real quick disclaimer, there's some rumors out there, casting rumors. I think a casting agent kind of spoke out about something they shouldn't have. We're not going to cover that here. You guys are welcome to Google that. It's some spoilers for The Mandlorian that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about, but I'm still excited.
Yeah.
I know who it is,
Yeah.
and I really am excited for season 2.
Of course. So what we're going to do is we're going to start this week with some good news, maybe shove some not so great news in the middle that we need to get out there, that you guys need to hear, because that's why you come here, to understand what's new in the world of Star Wars, and then end it with some good news. And next week we're going to bring in a little game to play to lighten it up sometimes, because we try to cover all the happy news in Star Wars here. So we're going to start here with some of the new Star Wars High Republic news. This is like my beacon right now. I read books very slowly when it comes to Star Wars, but I love them so much. And so if this is my way to dive into a new era of Star Wars, 100, 150 years before Episode 1, yes, please, when the Jedi were at their height.
Yeah. So like 150 years before Episode 1.
Yeah.
Does that mean like the Yoda race will be in it, or?
Yeah, so Yoda's in it himself, but I don't know what that says about his race, right? I mean, I hope that we get little teasers here and there.
I mean, yeah, maybe he had a family back then.
Absolutely,
Book,
we know Yaddle was around. That's
yeah.
a female. That's a female species. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
You're telling me that
exactly.
they just let them die off? No, come on. Yoda and Yaddle got to get at it, man. But we're gonna also dive into a couple of the characters here. So starting off with our main protagonist for the first book that's going to drop, name of Avar Kriss. Here's the picture here. Avar Kriss, and I'm just reading off of Star Wars fandom here. I believe that some of these, what is being said about these characters, what I'm about to read, personality traits, has come straight out of Charles Soule's mouth. So here, Avar Kriss was a noble example of the Jedi and an inspiration for those who worked with her, always trying to see the good in both people and situations. She was compassionate rather than dogmatic. That, to me, is the most important thing right here. In Episode 1 through 3, my opinion of the Jedi they are incredibly dogmatic, they're incredibly conceited, their hubris takes over. What we know of the Jedi, they're supposed to be compassionate.
Yeah.
Right? So, what do you think about getting back to the Jedi at their height and what they really should be?
I think that'd be like a good, I think it'd be a good visual to see that in action.
Absolutely.
Or even, reading it as well. But like, if they made a movie on this, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. My hope is that this sells well. I mean, I'd recommend, even if people don't really want to read these books, if you want to know more about this era, buy them and send them to a friend that you know is going to read them, because your, $8 going towards a book could make a movie eventually if we all do it. Next character we're going to come here is Loden Greatstorm. Now, there's not a whole lot out on him, but I believe Charles Soule recently just said that he is going to be, he takes out, like, Padawans and trains Padawans. So I think that him and Yoda may be going on some adventures, and he's kind of like one of the elder Jedi Knights on the council.
First off, can I say how awesome that name is, Loden Greatstorm?
Oh yeah, that's got to be top 10 Star Wars names for sure, of just power and yeah.
Definitely.
It commands a presence. I know. Right when I heard that, actually, I was like, "Oh, I need to take that for a D&D character." That was my first thought. I was like, "I need to have a D&D character named Loden Greatstorm." Not to mention, Twi'leks haven't had a whole lot to do and haven't played a major part in a whole lot of Star Wars, but as we know, they are one of the most populated race that populates the stars. So give me some Twi'lek stories. All right, so we got him. I'm pretty excited about him. We also have this character I'm most excited about here, called Keith Trennis. So double-bladed green lightsaber. First off,
yes,
double-bladed lightsabers are normally said to be an aggressive type of lightsaber, right? It's the reason you want it is probably to hack and slash your way through people. So I'm going to read...
Darth Maul.
Yeah, case in point right there. I'm going to read a little bit about her. Keeve is a young Firebrand Jedi, I believe, and I don't know what that race is, but now I've got to look them up. Firebrand Jedi, believed to have a great future ahead of her if only she would believe in herself. Quick-witted and more impulsive than she should be, Keeve has only been a Jedi Knight for a few weeks. So this is like Padawan, put into a Jedi Knight and you're week 2 of like, hey,
Mhm.
now you're going to be going on missions. Here you go. You're brand new to this. You've heard all about that galaxy and how to defend it. Now you got to go do it. And I think she's going to be in the comic books. So we're going to get to see her on the front lines of these comic books learning the Jedi code
Definitely.
just like with us almost.
Yeah. I feel like she's definitely going to need to hit that learning curve, like 2 weeks in. Like, and she's already a Jedi Master. Like, yeah.
Not to
she's
mention,
going to do some learning for sure.
you're right, she's quick-witted, which
Yeah.
will be awesome, and more impulsive than she should be. What does that mean? She's going to get herself into some situations, and I'm glad we can see that in comic book form kind of crop up. So also we got a picture of one of these lightsabers here. So this character, Stellan Gios, I mean, we don't really know how to pronounce them here. This lightsaber came out just recently, and wow, I think this was this was tweeted. It might be in some art book that's coming out about the High Republic, but you got like a crossguard and a crossguard protector. Now you had told me you'd seen this before. Where had you seen this?
Yeah, so I've kind of seen something similar to this, like in this right here area.
Yeah.
On Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, they have a skin for the lightsaber where it looks like this, but
with it up.
With it up, yeah. So when the blade comes out like this, it doesn't go like it doesn't extend out like that. It just stays like this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I had seen that from, and
Of course, when you see it, you think, as of right now in Star Wars, we think Kylo Ren, right?
Yeah.
Like, but also in Rebels Season 2, when they're on Malachor, down in the old Jedi Temple down there, Ezra picks up a lightsaber that looks a lot like this. I think it's green and it doesn't have the protectors on the edge, but it's got the crossguard. And so that's when I was like, oh, they've done this before. The Jedi used to do this. And so now that, my Star Wars brain goes like, did Kylo know that the Jedi used to do this? And did he try to replicate something of the ancient Jedi? That'd be pretty cool.
Possibly.
Yeah, and maybe that story's out there and I just haven't seen it, but, I mean, that's kind of a cool idea of Kylo being like, I'm going to fuse the ancient Jedi with my grandfather, Darth Vader, in his darkness. I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
And then I guess here's that character. That's the same image we just looked at. So now we're gonna jump into a couple of stories that we don't absolutely love. Could be hopefully for the good here. So Black Mirror's Tom Haynes to direct Rogue One spin-off series at Disney Plus, as Tony Gilroy steps down as director. So we've got a director swap here.
Who has Tony Gilroy done a Star Wars film before?
I don't know if he's done any Star Wars stuff here. We can look it up. So he's just doing he was just doing the first 3 episodes, and I guess it's forced to drop out as directed due to COVID-19 related travel reasons. So that's tough. I think, we don't really know what's going on, but it sounds like they have to. Tony Haynes, this is the Black Mirror director. Trying to figure out what he did here. Let's type in Black Mirror. So I kind of want to know what episodes he's done in Black Mirror, right? That would be kind of cool. Stick with us if you're someone who hasn't seen that show before.
Highly recommend it.
Here we go. Yeah, no, that show is awesome, man. He did the USS Callister episode.
Oh,
The
that's like the Star Trek one,
yes,
dude.
bro,
Ooh.
that's perfect.
Yeah,
that is perfect. Yeah, no, that is getting me pretty excited. Then, I mean, that's a good person to step in. And then who's this? Tony Gilroy. Yeah, what has he directed? Because we're gonna be losing him. Some people say we should have looked this up beforehand, but I say that this is more fun to go on the go. Okay, so Bourne Legacy, the Bourne Identity, so the Bourne series is what he's directed.
Huh.
So we could be trading action for psychological horror here. So that's interesting. He also did Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's credited on Rogue One as well.
Yeah.
I know he's not the director. He wrote Rogue One. Interesting. Okay, so that's
kind of a
interesting.
toss-up between him.
Yeah, I agree. It's not the world's end, but reports were that they were filming very soon, so maybe, you never know. You read headlines and you make a snap judgment on whether or not that's good or bad for Star Wars, but also ultimately, we got to judge by the end product.
Yeah.
And I think that what I've seen of Toby Haynes is that he can put some good stuff on the screen, especially that Black Mirror episode. So.
100%.
So not necessarily bad news here. I wouldn't even say that this is bad news. However, our next story, I think, if true, is not good. I think we can say that, but we don't know if this is true or not. So
it's kind of a rumor.
Yeah, exactly. So the rumor is, and it was speculated by someone on YouTube, I believe, came out and said, "Hey, I've heard some stories." So the YouTuber Grace Randolph came out and said, "I know someone close to this scene, and I have been told that Pedro Pascal walked off the set of The Mandalorian and said he's not going to return."
Well, I mean, I don't think it's personally. I don't think it's true. As you'll find out towards the next bit of news that we have as why I don't think it's true.
Yeah, I think that. So reportedly, what happened is he came to Dave Filoni and said, "Hey, I want my face on the screen more. I'm a famous actor. I want my face on the screen." Dave Filoni said, "No, that's not really what the Mandalorian does. He wears a mask." And then coming right back, Pedro said, "No, I want on the screen." They came to an agreement to show him more. Mm-hmm. They kind of split off, did their own thing, came back again after Pedro Pascal did not get what he wanted. Apparently there were some sort of rewrites that were supposed to happen, didn't happen, and then Pedro said, "Enough's enough, I'm off."
Yeah.
And left. Walked off set.
That's supposedly what happened.
Correct, supposedly.
And personally, what would you like? Would you like to see more of his face, or would you like to see more of the Mandalorian?
If you would have asked me at the end of last season, I absolutely would have said more of Pedro Pascal. But I think I like Mandalorian with mask on, which I never thought I'd say, but it's I like it. I do.
I agree. I like it with the mask on as well. I think it'd be okay for him to take the mask off every once in a while, but
yes, I think that. I don't think he's leaving the series like some people have said. I don't think he's done. I don't even. In what we've seen of him, he's enjoyed playing the character.
Yeah.
Like, so I think that this is doing good things for his career. So, chalk this one up in the probably not true, hopefully not true kind of area. But if it is true, that could be problems. But I think those problems will get figured out.
So it said be true, and he does not continue to be Mandalorian. You think they're going to recast?
I mean, they have. The interesting thing is, what does his contract say? And whatever's going on, is it as horrible to just get out of his contract, which will cost him a lot of money?
Yeah.
Not to mention, that'll be a big blow to Star Wars, so Disney's probably going to try to not let him do that. I think that the worst case scenario here is that Pedro Pascal says, "I'm not going to be on set. I'll record your dialogue however you want it. You fill me in with a stand-in, if that's what you're going to do. Yeah. If I'm not going to show my face, I'm not going to show up." And then he would record the audio, probably not going to be greatest because he's not going to be really enthused. So I think we'll be able to tell second, third season if his lines are coming out flat. I think we'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
All right, and ending with some good news here. Giancarlo Esposito, actor of Moff Gideon, and owner of the Season 1 spoiler Darksaber, has come out and confirmed Season 3 and Season 4. And then he also added something pretty interesting. Do you want to cover that? What he said about...
I was trying to read it.
Oh, yeah. So he came out and he said that Season 3 and Season 4 is when it's going to start getting... I think his words were... going to start getting interesting. I think we've got... There was a tweet here. I believe... Maybe he didn't tweet, but I know that he said something to the effect of... that's when things are going to start ratcheting up.
Yeah. Something along those lines. That's when things are going to start getting more... You'll learn more interesting, you know.
What could that mean to you?
I mean, it can mean a number of things. Like, what's the Mandalorian's mission right now?
Yes.
Like, he could just be doing something Season 2. Season 3 and 4, he might discover something new about this Yoda character.
And I think you're right, because his direct quote now is this. So I found the quote. "I think the show is going to lay the groundwork for the depth and breadth that's going to come in Season 3 and Season 4. We're really going to start to get answers."
Exactly. So
that's good.
Yeah, millions of questions that people are probably wondering.
Exactly.
What is going on with this Yoda? where did he come from?
Exactly.
That's probably when we'll get the answers.
Yes. So I'm going to end on two quick things here. First thing, the Mandalorian was nominated for I think 15 Emmys, which is awesome. That's very impressive.
Awesome.
I think it's also well deserved. Stick with me here for a second, as I want to find something that I saw that is pretty big, if true, in the Star Wars world. So I found it. I need to administer a Rebels finale spoiler. So if you do not want to hear how Rebels ends or anything about a character in the finale of Rebels, don't listen here. End the video here. But a spoiler warning. An actor tweeted this. The actor's name is Rahul Kohli, and I could be saying that wrong, but he tweeted this: "I've gotten into that Lothal orphan, Force-sensitive, trained by Kanan Jarrus type of vibe for no particular reason." And that lit the internet on fire. Is Ezra going to be playing in live action? Great question. I mean, with the way that the season ended, you think that it could be a real possibility, in my opinion. I mean, that guy, he's, again, spoilers, he's still out there, kicking. We think we were left on a big cliffhanger, so this is what this actor looks like.
So the cliffhanger in the show was,
here you go.
Is he alive? Okay.
Yes. So he pretty much gets shot off into the unknown regions with the main villain of the show, and we know he survives. And then the show ends.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this actor's significantly older. I would say another 5-10 years. So yeah, I'm wondering if, there's a rumored Ahsoka show. Yeah. Could he show up in there? I just wanted to let people know that there is hope, there is answers coming. This actor looks, I think this actor could do the job if you put the scar on him and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, here you go. This is pretty good right here. Yeah, that looks pretty close. All right, well, that's exciting news, if true. Well, thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Cantina Talk. If there's anything you guys want covered during the week, please let us know. We'd be happy to cover any suggested topics. May the Force be with you.
Always and forever.